what is the first impression that comes to your mind?
That I'm outside.
Yes,
And it's like daytime.
it's daytime. Tell me more.
Kind of feel like it's foggy.
Foggy. Very good. Does your body feel female or male while feeling chilly?
Female, I guess.
Female. Very good. Look around yourself. I know it's foggy, but the picture will clear up.
It's like twilight.
It's like twilight. Very good.
Can't see very far because of the fog, but there's grass.
There is grass. Can you feel the grass under your feet?
No.
Are you wearing something? Look down at your feet.
Can't see what I'm wearing because I have like a long dress.
A long dress.
Simple dress, white.
Simple, white.
It's yeah, thick fabric.
Very good.
I feel like the lining of the dress might be some kind of animal skin.
Very good. Look at your hands. Are you wearing any ornaments maybe? Or touch yourself?
No.
No. Okay. Very good. What do you feel in this place? Connect with your emotions. How do you feel there in this foggy, chilly place?
I feel traumatized.
Traumatized.
I feel disturbed.
Disturbed. If you knew, even if you think that you're making it up, why do you feel traumatized? What has happened to you?
They took us by surprise.
Mm.
And we weren't prepared. And I think a lot of people are killed.
You are saying we. Who are you? We. Who are you with there?
Like our, I don't know, regiment.
Your regiment.
It's, I feel like there's supposed to be a lot of people, but there are not a lot of people anymore. So I don't know if they left or if they're dead.
Very good. Very good. I will count from 3 to 1 and you will go back to the moment just before all this started. Before many people were killed. I'm counting now 3, going back before the moment many people were killed and before you felt traumatized. 2 and 1. Be there. Where are you? What's happening?
I feel like there is a fire.
Yes, fire.
And a tent with like a leather tent or an animal skin tent. And it's cozy. It's nighttime, but I'm awake.
Very
it's
good.
kind of
Awake.
warm. Sitting on the ground. It's like a low tent also. Like these tents are basically just kind of to sleep, I guess, or to keep us warm.
Very good. And what happens next?
There's a man sleeping in my tent.
Yes. Who is this man, if you knew?
I think it's my master.
Your master? Master of what? Your master. Okay. How does he call? How does he call you? Your master when he needs something from you. If you knew.
Like it's either he calls me Marilindi, but other people call me Marilinda, or he calls me Lindy. I think he calls me the both of them, like Lindy and
Lindy.
Marlindi.
Okay. Very good, Lindy then.
More like Marlindi.
Marlindi.
Yeah.
Marlindi. Very good. Marlindi.
But my name is Melinde. Melinda, and they call me Marilinda, but he calls me like Marlindi. Yeah.
That sounds sympathetic. Looks like he cares for you.
Yeah.
What do you feel towards him? Do you feel
He's sweet.
he's sweet? Very good. So now, Marlindi, you are in this tent. You're in this tent. It's cozy. Your master is sleeping beside you. You're awake. It's late at night. And what happens next? Go further in
I
time.
hear like some sounds outside, and I start to hear like dogs barking.
Yes, dogs barking.
So
Yes, go further. Very
I
good.
want to go outside and look.
Yes,
But
go
it's
outside.
dark, so I don't know if there's a point if I'll see anything.
Okay, maybe you'll hear better.
I just kind of crawl out of the tent and have a peek, just to kind of see if anything's going, if anyone else is coming out of their tent.
Yes.
And it's like, yeah, there's just these sounds like around us. It's not like, it's like all around us. And I start to get like this feeling in my heart and in my chest, like a
Like what?
feeling of just I don't know what's the word, like fright, when something happens and like, oh my god, that kind of feeling, and then it kind of
Okay.
stays in your stomach.
Okay, yeah. Connect with your chest and your stomach. So,
I'm going back inside and waking him up.
yes, go, go, go.
He doesn't wake up easily.
Wake him up. Wake him up. It's
Come
important. Wake him
on.
up. Yes, go on, go on. What's
He
happening?
just sleeps so deeply. He just moans and what?
Yes, yes, go on.
I say there's people outside.
How do you say?
He's
How do you
like,
call him? How do you call him?
his name is Diedrich,
Didrik. Okay.
but he's like, whatever. He's like not taking it seriously. Like, yeah, what if there's people outside?
Okay.
I don't know what to do. I'm going out of the tent to like warn the other people.
Yes,
I'm
go on.
crawling.
Go on. A little more.
There's, maybe people that will wake up more easily, but I don't want to make sounds because of these other people.
Okay. And then what you do?
I kind of pull the tent, like make a sound, and I whisper, but kind of like whisper loudly.
Okay.
Yeah, someone's awake in that tent.
Mm-hmm.
And he whispers like, "What's the matter?"
Okay. Go on.
Like,
Continue to a
do
moment
you
when
hear
something
that?
happened.
I whisper, "Do you hear that?" Yeah, he's getting like, I don't know if it's like a bow and arrow.
Yes.
And he's like, "I'm gonna go look."
Okay. Take your bow and arrow.
So he, at least one person is awake now. And
Yes.
now I think, yeah, Dietrich is out of, is he woke up now, but he's still drowsy and He's like, what's that sound?
Okay, you have your bow and your arrow.
No, it's the guy that has like the bow and arrow.
Okay.
Not me. I have like a dagger.
You have a dagger, good.
But I don't think I have it with me now. I like keep it under my pillow. Oh, but I'm just gonna like stay inside. I hope the men will fix this. I'm just gonna stay inside the tent.
Okay. Move a little forward in time and let's see what happens. The dogs are barking. You feel the threat getting closer. What happens next?
I think they kill the dogs. It's like they stop barking and like you hear the sound like a dog that's ooh, and then it's like it stops. I think they're killing the dogs. This is not good.
Move further. That's not good.
I start to hear some people fighting, but I think it's not many people.
Yes.
At this point, like some kind of skirmish. Like I feel like maybe it's 5 people, and so they're gonna like I have faith that they will be able to fix it because there's many of us. There's about how many of us are we now? I guess we're about 50, like 50 to 70, something like that.
Melinde, if you knew, who are you? 50, 70 people, who are you? Where do you live? What is this place?
We go from place to place. This is our camp.
From place to place.
And where are we stationed now? I don't know. Like I feel like it's in a valley that we're stationed.
What is your role in this community? You are having a master. Didrik, what is your role? What do you do here?
I, do things for the soldiers. I like fix their clothes and take care of them. I do lots of things. I do, what needs to be done, whatever needs to be done. Like,
Okay.
Kind of need.
Fix the clothes of the soldiers. Are there many fights going on?
Not usually, no.
No. Okay, but now something is preparing. Be there now, Melinde, be there. I will count from 3 to 1, and you go to the moment where something is really happening, when everything starts. 3, go into the moment where the fight starts. 2 and 1. Be there. What is happening?
I realize that this is no small fight.
Yes,
and,
no small fight.
They're just full on fighting now. Like it seems like, man to man. Like there's plenty of them, and it's kind of dark, So.
What do you do during the fight, Melinde? What do you do? You see,
I try to wake up as many soldiers as I can. I kind of crawl to their tents.
Very good.
And wake them up to get ready.
Yes.
There's like swords, and that's what I do. And this is what I think is my role in this. I can't really fight unless they would attack me, but I can do this. I can,
Women are not fighting.
Well, yeah, if we need to.
Okay, Melinde, and what happens next? You woke up the soldiers, the fight is going on. What happens next? Move a little further in time. Where is Dietrich?
I don't know.
Where is your master?
I don't know.
No, you don't know?
But I'm pretty sure he's gonna be okay.
Yes.
Because he's quite
Why
strong.
is that?
He's
Yes.
quite big.
He's strong.
He's physically really, muscular. And I mean, it would take an equally strong soldier to even try to fight with him.
Okay, and as the fight goes on, move a little more in time. Let's see how this fight ends. 3, 2, and 1. The fight just ended. Be there.
I smell smoke. The fog might be also the smoke.
Ah, okay. I see.
I think they like put fire to some of our stuff, maybe our tents, and so there's that smell, and it's just the feeling in the air is just one of kind of horror, but after it's done, like the fear is kind of subsided, but just like well, I'm still alive.
How are you?
Cold. Horrified.
Okay, Melinde,
Pain.
till now, what has been the most difficult moment of this experience till this moment?
I feel like it's the fact that we were taken by surprise. Like we weren't prepared.
Unprepared. And while you were taken by surprise, unprepared, what are your physical reactions? How does your body feel?
Well, I don't feel so confident anymore. Like, I kind of used to feel safe, I guess. And now it's like, how do you sleep after something like that happens?
Yeah, sure. And while you were taken by surprise.
This has happened before. Something like this has happened before when I was little. My father's farm was raided, and that's why it's so hard for me that this is happening again, that they took us by surprise. They just came out of nowhere, and that's why this is so hard for me.
So what is it so hard to accept? You are taken by surprise, unprepared. You are not feeling as confident as you were before. You're feeling kind of unsafe. What are you thinking of?
I felt when I was little, that my father was unable to protect me. And so I ended up in the army with all these men, these strong men, and I felt so protected. And now this happens. So
what are you thinking of?
That I have to fend for myself.
Okay. And now I want you to see something. All this, the fact that you are taken by surprise, unprepared, you are not confident anymore, you feel unsafe, and there's nobody who will protect you. You know that you have to defend for yourself. What does that make you do in the life of Bonnie?
I don't trust that people will catch me when I fall.
You don't trust people? And when you don't trust people,
No, I say I don't trust that people will catch me when I fall. Yeah.
When you fall. And when this happens, because this happens, what does that prevent you from doing when you don't trust people to catch you when you fall?
It makes me
Yes.
I can't find the word, but
Easy.
just kind of you know, can you repeat the question?
The fact that you don't trust people to catch you when you fall, what does that prevent you from doing in the life of Bonnie?
Having trust, letting go and having trust.
Okay. Very good. Very good.
Like a baby, you know. When a baby is being carried, it doesn't think that, well, maybe my mom will drop me.
Yes.
It's not on your mind as a baby.
No,
I assume.
it's not.
But that's how I feel.
Very good, Melinde. Let's close this scene now. And I will count from 3 to 1. And I want you to go to the next important event of your life, of life of Melinde. When something important is happening, something that impacted you. Free, traveling through time and space to going to the next important event of life of Merlinde, and 1, be there. What is happening?
I'm still in the camp,
Mm-hmm.
and it's also kind of like twilight, but
Yes.
it's not dark. And there's like a meeting with a lot of people, like maybe 100. And there's this guy with brown hair, and he's kind of in charge now. I guess enforcing looks like we're gonna join forces for the sake of being stronger. And
Yes.
I kind of see us as like this wall, this protective wall. And the
Protective.
wall is like we're moving forward as a wall, you know, pushing and expanding really territory.
Good. You are at this reunion here, so this meeting. What else is happening? Is Didrik here?
Didrik is wounded from the battle. Let me see if he's here. Yeah, he's here, but he's like lying down on a stretcher.
Good. So what happens next, Merlinde? What happens next?
So this guy is talking, the one in the front.
Yes.
And I listen to his voice, you know, has like a heavy voice, and I am a bit enamored by him, and like the way he speaks, I'm mesmerized by the way that he speaks.
Yes.
Because it's so like formal and sounds so strong, and he just seems like such a stable person. Like
is he from your tribe or another one?
no, he's new. He's been here for a while, but I feel like he has a lot of experience. And he's like from France.
From France.
From which would be to my west, to the west from where we're at.
Very good. To the west from where you are. How this man is called? How do you address him?
His name is Robertus.
Robertus. Very good. So what do you feel? Do you have some feelings for Robertus?
I really admire him.
You admire him.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not just because he's like, you know, he has all this experience and that I think he will make us stronger.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I'm studying him.
Yes.
Like, yeah. You know, like the way that you look at horses and just look at them like, just study them, like the way they're shaped and the way they move and the way that he speaks. And it's just, I don't even like completely understand some of the things that he says, but I'm sure that, you know, it's good and like he knows what he's talking about and like he has a vision and a plan and he's like, you know, moving his arms like, you know, explaining whatever to these guys. And
so how does that make you feel, Melinde? Do you feel safer now?
I don't know. I kind of feel like if Diedrich was taken out like that, you know, he's not taken out, but he's, you know, injured. And I mean, if that happened to him, do I feel safe? No, I kind of start to feel like I want to get out of here.
Okay.
Like, it's just not that safe. I used to think that it was safe to be in the army with all these men that would protect me, but now I'm like, you kind of attract, it's not a peaceful life, you know. I mean, it's peaceful most of the time, I guess, but part of being in the army is you know, battles, killing, and power struggle.
So you are actually, are you part of this regiment, traveling with this regiment?
Yeah.
Okay, so you are part of army. And when you say, I want to go, I kind of want to go out of here. Could you go out? And where would you go?
I don't feel like I could.
Yes.
If I would go anywhere, I would go to my brother who has a farm.
Okay, very good.
And I have an aunt also.
Brother or aunt?
I'm kind of considering that, you know, slightly starting to think like. But then, you know, I do have a part to play in all of this. I have, you know.
A part to play. Okay.
Yeah, I have a role.
You have a role. How does that make you feel?
I feel appreciated.
Very good. Very good. Melinde, is there something else in this meeting, this big meeting, worth mentioning?
It seems like some decision is being made, and I see now like a flag is being raised or held, and like a red flag.
A red flag?
Yeah. I'm not gonna describe how it looks. I mean, it has some details, but
okay, you know how does it look like.
So, like one flag is being pulled. Oh my God, I think it's our flag, and then another flag is being raised, the red flag, and I know that's a significant shift. That's a significant change, but it's not clear what that means.
Okay, let's see. We'll see it further, maybe.
Yeah, it's wartime.
It's wartime. War against who? If you knew, Melinde. War against who?
There's different groups.
Mm-hmm.
They're not large groups, I think, and they're kind of like peasants, but they've organized themselves to form some kind of army.
Mm-hmm.
And they're they have some grievances, and so that makes them want to fight us.
Yes. Whose army, if you knew, you are? Whose army? Who are you fighting for?
We were part of the Roman Empire.
Roman Empire. Very good. Very good. Okay, Melinde, I will close this scene now. And I want you to go to another important of life of Melinde when something important is happening. Let's go and see. I'll count from 3 to 1 now. 3, traveling through time and space. 2, going to another important event of the life of Merlinde. And 1, be there. What's your first impression? What's going on?
I feel like I'm outside of a house, a small house, and there's like some plants outside. Weather is nice. It's not
Yes.
hot, but it's nice. And
How old are you there? And are you there alone?
I'd say I'm like in my late 20s.
Late 20s? Who is there with you?
I think my aunt is here.
Ah, your aunt.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm sitting outside and she's here.
Very good.
She's talking to me. I don't know what she's saying.
Can you hear the words? Can you recognize the language?
So kind of sounds like German a little bit, but not
Yeah.
like modern German.
Very good. Very good. Okay, so what happens next? You are there, it's a sunny day, sitting outside a small house talking to your aunt. And what happens next?
It's nice. There's like an animal also outside, and it's just peaceful. And then this guy, the one from the one with the brown hair, he comes on his horse. He has like a brown horse.
Brown.
Yeah, how big?
Okay.
I like big men, like muscular.
Roberto's.
Yes.
He came to. Why? Why did he come? On his brown horse.
Kind of see how I'm doing.
Very good. If you knew, Merlinde, what kind of relationship you do have with Roberto's?
Like when you say his name, I'm just totally like, oh.
Yes.
It's the name is like, just the name triggers me.
I can see that you fancy him, yes.
Wow, yeah. I can't help it.
You
I
shouldn't.
really
It's
like
okay.
him.
It's okay. It's
The
perfectly
thing is,
okay.
I like a lot of men, you know. I kind of
Yes?
tend to, I'm a bit passionate.
Hmm. Passionate.
But this time,
This is different.
there's just something about him, you know. He's
Mm.
special. He has these.
Okay. Enjoy the moment with Robertus.
Yeah.
Be there with him.
I like that he cares about me.
He cares. Yes. And how do you feel when he's around? How do you feel, Melinde?
I feel warm in my heart.
Mm. Beautiful.
I feel like he loves me.
Beautiful.
And I wonder how such a strong man could be so loving and caring.
But this is exactly what's so attractive.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm.
I
His
feel like
tender
he's able
side.
to protect me.
Very good. Let's move a little forward, further in time, Merlindi, and let's see what happens with the two of you and Robertus.
I'm on the horse now behind him and I'm holding him.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the first time that this is happening and it feels really wonderful.
Beautiful.
And he's just taking me somewhere. And it's just the two of us with the horse, but it's not like he's taking me back to the camp. It's just like, he's just like taking me for a ride.
Okay. Let's see where he takes you.
Yeah, he gets off and he's like, you want to stay on the horse or you want to come off? We're just like in a field. But it's like a beautiful field. The grass is long and there's these flowers, you know, like daisies. And there's like a stream in front of us. I guess that's why we stopped.
Beautiful. And what happens next?
Yeah, I feel like he's kind of flirting with me now. Not very overtly, but
Mm-hmm.
it's like he wanted to get me away from everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
And he takes me off the horse. And I kind of fall into the grass and he laughs. And he just kind of does this, you know. And I just, it's like he's just letting go, you know, of like his image, I guess, of being in charge. And, you know, he's just like, I just see a different side to him now.
Wonderful. Now that you're so close to him, look at his eyes, because the eyes are the window of the soul. Have you seen these eyes before?
I know who he is.
Yes,
And
cool.
I know that my aunt is his wife in this lifetime.
Your uncle? Bonnie's uncle?
Mm. No, my aunt,
Husband.
Melinda's aunt.
Hmm.
Uh,
Very good. Okay. But let's see what happens there on the meadow with the stream there, the horse resting, you two on the ground. What else happens?
he kind of touches my fingers like this, and he's asking me to tell him about me. Like he wants to get to know me.
Okay, be there and talk to him. Tell him about you, Merlinde.
I tell him I'm an orphan.
You are an orphan.
And that I was lucky to have found the army and have like a purpose in life.
Very good.
And that I have a really good master.
Mm-hmm. When you mention your master, how is his reaction? How Roberto's reacts?
He smiles.
He smiles.
And then he looks down like he's a little bit shy. And he kind of giggles. Not giggles, but like he kind of laughs quietly. I don't know what the joke is, but I'm not laughing with him. I'm kind of smiling at him like because he's laughing, but and he kind of does something in the grass like he's
Can you tell me how this wonderful man is dressed? So I get the picture.
He's wearing something black.
Yes.
Like a black, I guess a black tunic underneath, like something light brown. Leather, patches of leather, and yeah, like black hoses and like these socks with ribbons, you know. And he's enjoying himself so much. He's like laughing and he's just lying in the grass, just really, and it's just wonderful to kind of see him like that. And I wonder why he took me with him to do this.
Ask him. Connect with him, mind to mind. And let's find out. Ask him, Melinde.
He says, "'Cause I like you, you know that, don't you?" And I want you for me. Is that okay? He says. Can I have you for me? 'Cause I have my master.
What does it mean, Melinde, having a master? You can't be freed from your master?
Well, I would need his permission, I guess. And I've been, you know, in a relationship with my master. He's not just my master. We're more than that. We're a lot more than that. We're friends. We're companions. We're lovers.
Everything. But if you compare this to how you feel towards Roberto's, is it different?
To me, it's a lot is about being protected, and I feel that Robertus is able to provide that.
He's stronger?
Well, maybe not. I don't know. But I'm in love.
You're in love. That's wonderful. Is there anything else in this date, disappointment you're having? Or can we go to see what happens next?
Yeah.
With Roberto's? Okay, I will close this scene now and I will count from 3 to 1 and we will go to the next important moment of life of Roberto's and Melinde. I'm counting now. 3, traveling to that moment. Melinde and Roberto's 2. Let's see what happens next. And 1. Be there, Melinde. What's happening?
I'm in a house. It's kind of dark inside. It's all like wood all around, wooden walls. I feel like I'm his wife now.
You are his wife. Beautiful.
And I
Tell me
kind
more.
of find out that he's also quite stern.
Yes.
Like I guess that's what makes him a good leader. But you know, it seems like he's quite serious most of the time. He's not, able to let go like that time when he was in the grass. And I don't ask about, the issues in the army.
No.
I know there's probably issues. I just want him to be okay, and that this is my focus. My focus is him, not what's happening like politically and all of that. My focus is really on all of the men, if they're okay. I mean, the politics of it is kind of, that's just that.
And while your focus is totally on him, and he's a little bit serious and not able to let go, and looks like something is bothering him, how do you feel about this?
I feel like I'm not able to relieve him enough, like in the household. Like I want to do everything for him, but I kind of can't.
What are you
And
thinking
now
of?
I'm pregnant and I'm really really heavy, and
Okay.
I feel really really heavy.
You feel heavy.
And I just want this to be over with so I can, kind of get back to my normal weight.
Okay. Let's see. Let's move a little further in time, and let's see what happens with your pregnancy. Let's see your birth and everything. 3, 2, 1, and be there. You're giving birth to Roberto's child.
I'm giving birth to the second one now. It's twins, and I'm screaming as this is happening. But having had the first one, like I kind of feel confident that I can do this one also.
Is there anybody to help you?
Yeah, he's here.
Okay.
And like, I'm pretty sure he's never done this. He might have done it with horses before, but so yeah, he's
Good.
I
Okay,
mean,
good.
like he can do
He's
anything.
helping. He can do anything.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. He's just, I do tell him kind of what to do, but this is my first time too, so.
Very good. So,
2
proceed.
boys.
Just go on. 2 boys. Very good. How do you name them, you and Roberto?
Oh, not so
Twins.
fast. I tell him, see, I told you it was twins.
So
He's like,
that
yeah, yeah,
was
you're
kind
right.
of unexpected.
Well, I like, I was really big, but I guess he, as a man, wouldn't know how big a woman's stomach is supposed to be. So I was.
What is his reaction to have 2 boys?
He just keeps going, He just, I don't know, keeps working and making sure everything's okay. And he wraps them like in a blanket or something with like a leather belt around it, like leather strap around it. The way that they do their socks, like that, like yeah, like the babies are like this, tucked inside with that strap. So that they kind of feel, held in, like they're still inside the womb.
That's interesting.
They're different. They're not identical. They have different hair color. One is brown, one is blonde, like me.
Like
I'm
you.
not entirely blonde, but I think that's from my side of the family. I mean, I have like a dark blonde, but and then the other one looks like his dad.
Very good. Go on.
I asked him what we should call them.
And Roberto's?
He says, like he's gonna name the one that looks like him. Like that's his baby.
Okay, so you get the right to name the other one.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna call this one Ludwig.
Ludwig. Very good. Is there anything else, Melinde, in this scene that we still need to explore? Or can we move further in time?
We can move forward.
Very good. And I will now move to the last day of your life, Melinde. I will count from 3 to 1, and you will find yourself in the last day of your life. Let's see how this life ends. Free, drifting and floating to go into the last day of your life. And 1, you're there now.
I'm in bed, but I feel like I'm floating.
You're floating already. Are you alone there?
I'm alone in the room.
You're alone in the room.
My son is outside, or I don't know, like my son, if both of them, or like some grandchildren also.
Very
There's
good.
always like a horse also.
How does your body feel?
Old and stiff.
Old and stiff. If you knew, how old are you?
Not sure. It's like I lost count, but maybe like 74.
Very good. Very good. So you said your body feels old and stiff.
Yeah.
So when you're ready, just slip out of this body and tell me when you are on the other side.
Oh, it's just a gradual process.
Sure.
It's very gentle.
Take your time.
It's as if, I'm not sure if I'm even dead or alive. Kind of floating upwards.
Very good.
And I see the ceiling and I wonder, like, can I pass through the ceiling? So I stop. I get to the ceiling.
Yes.
And I wonder if I can make myself go down like at will. And I can. I'm slowly going down. But then like lying down, it's like my etheric body is like lying down the way that my physical body is. And so then I kind of like look through the window.
Very good. If you knew, what was the last thing were you able to think on this brain of Melinde?
Not much. It's not really pronounced thoughts, but like I do feel content.
Very good. Okay, now Melinde, if you see back on your life as an orphan, working in the army, being married to Roberto's, what do you think? What was the lesson you needed to learn in this life?
Yeah. depending on others.
Yes. Tell me more.
Feeling so unprotected and left on my own as a child, and then this guy came and took care of me, took me under his wing, and then I was sold to my master, and like I felt protected by him,
Yes.
cared for, and all the men in the army, I just felt like they can provide that protection, and then my husband, and then my sons. And I was always cared for in the end, even though I was orphaned as a child. I was cared for until the end.
Mm-hmm.
There
So
was
what
always
would you
someone.
say? Yes, what would you say then that it's the moral of the story? So what have you really learned? That
It's gonna be okay.
yes.
It's like God is gonna send someone your way that will take care of you.
Mm-hmm.
You think that you're always, you're gonna end up alone, but
Yes.
there's just gonna come someone new into your life.
Mm-hmm. You know that Bonnie now currently is struggling a little bit with the financial situation. And what would be your advice to her? You are always taking care at the end in your life. What would be your advice to Bonnie in this particular moment of her life?
Well, finance wasn't even on my mind. Was never on my mind. We didn't have that kind of life where money was a thing. It was more about being, having the sustenance and having the care and the protection and having whatever you need. It's not always necessarily in the form of money that it comes. It might
Yes.
be that you need something else, as long as you have what you need. And yeah.
But still, you always got the help when you needed it. So, what would you say?
I did.
What advice would you give to Bonnie now? I mentioned financial problems, but there are others only Bonnie knows. So, what is your advice as the other aspect of Bonnie? What would you say to her, Melinde, that would help her?
It's gonna be okay.
Yes, very good. That's an important message. Thank you, Melinde. So, when you're ready, please gather the energy from your body, take it to your soul, and continue towards the light. And let me know when you'll see the light.
Dietrich is here. So
Oh,
I guess he died.
beautiful. So he's waiting for you there.
And my husband, they're best friends. They're really close.
Beautiful.
They're such good friends. They're like, I feel like they're my left and right side.
So how does it feel then, this coming home to the light?
I feel like I know them, from other lifetimes.
Very good. So just go with them, go with peace and love, and we will disconnect from you now, letting you to continue on your journey. And we will
They're telling me like this is so. They're telling me like the agreement before we came into that lifetime was that I was gonna be weak and that they would catch me when I would fall. And
so they will catch
happens
you.
because Diedrich, I nearly drowned and he saved my life. And then Robert, he took me out of the army and he placed me in, a household. Whereas if nobody had done that, I would have just stayed in the army. This just wasn't a place for me to be, I guess, in the end. Wasn't safe. So it was like, we're gonna catch you when you fall. And they did. Even if we come into this world forgetting all these agreements, they like, that's what they did.
So I have another question then. Are they, Robertus and Diedrich, also in your life now? And life of Bonnie?
Robertus, I know. I don't know him that well, It's just, he's not like significant in my life, I guess.
And Diedrich?
I don't know. I don't know who he is.
Okay.
But I know that he's important.
Very good. But it looks like that you have a lot of help, and when you will fall, there will be always somebody to catch you.
Yeah, that was a test because my personality as a soul is one of wanting to do everything on my own and be independent. And so I was kind of put in the situation that I was, where
but you needed help.
That help was there,
Mm-hmm. How does that relate to the life of Bonnie now? What about Bonnie's personality?
Yeah.
Reflect on that a little bit.
Yeah. Wanting to be independent, wanting to do everything on my own, make sure that I don't need anyone. Mm-hmm. Taking care of everybody. That's me. And I've been now put into a position again similar to hers, where I might just have to let go and see who's gonna catch me. I'm not comfortable. I'm not comfortable with that idea because I still wanna like. But yeah,
finish the sentence.
It has come on my path, and
it's a lesson
that's
of yours.
Yeah, it's a lesson.
Very good. So Melinde,
she's reminding me.
Yes. So thank you very much, Melinde, for all these insights. I think Bonnie will make a great use of them.